Asuthukunayana Sumayana Siataya. Welcome to Reigniting the Soul Spark, a podcast dedicated to supporting you as you navigate spiritual awakening and step into spiritual enlightenment. Through conversation, meditations, and light language activation, the intent is to remind you of the spark that rests within the center of your heart so that you may find the truth of what it means to be fully alive. Hi, my name is Zara. If it feels in resonance with your soul, get comfy, relax, and enjoy the ride. Nayana Sumayana Siatayana Kunaya. Aya Konasitayana. Thank you so much for joining me here. We're going to look at how to deconstruct the belief systems and the thoughts and all the focuses that don't best serve you. Kunayana, Sutayana, Sumayana, Siatayana, Kunayana, Siataya. When you get a thought in your head, and they occur pretty much all the time as you go about your day, what do you do with it? Do you let it have its own momentum? Or do you drive the car? We want you to be the driver of your mind and focus where you like. Siatayana, Kunayana, Siatayana, Sunayana, Sutayana, Sia. So if a thought comes up, are you giving it energy? Or are you allowing yourself to decide whether or not it belongs? Sutayana, Kunayana, Sutayamana, Sutayana, Siatayana, Sutukunayana, Sia. When you have the answer to that question, let's look a little bit deeper. Have you asked yourself whether or not you'd like to have that thought occur? Sutukunayana, Sumayana, Siatayana, Sutukunayana, Sutayana, Siatayana, Siatayana, Sunaya. Aya Kunayana, Siatayana, Sia. Many of us are allowing our thoughts, our judgments, our conclusions to run our life. Siatayana, Kunayana, Sumayana, Siatayana, Sutayana, Siataya. When we do this, we put caps on what can show up. Everything is possible in this infinite reality stream. The entirety of creation is able to unfold in front of us. We must use our minds to make it so. Siatayana, Kunayana, Sutayana, 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 Sia. So what do you think on a day-to-day basis? Let's look at an example. Sunayana, Kunayana, Sutayana, Sumayana, Sia. I think that is a beautiful day. That's a judgment. It's a conclusion in energy. It's not wrong, it's not right, but it's a statement that creates fact that is not of fact. The sun may be shining at this moment. You may feel happy in your skin. But the day is beautiful. Now that's a direction you're taking. You've chosen to take that path. siatayana konayana sunayana sia. If you woke up grumpy, you may feel slightly different. But you've chosen to conclude in statement form with the power of the word and the power of conclusion will seal the deal. Siatayana konayana siatayana sutokonayana sia. Regardless of what you think, what you decide is what will show up. Some decisions are minor. Some decisions are life-changing. But anytime you decide something, you choose for it to be. Now, all currents of energy will move in the direction of your decision. That's just fact. How quickly that shows up is another story. But when you decide or you conclude something is real, it becomes so. So where have you locked reality into existence? Where can you take down the walls? Where would you like to build new ones? Life is never ending. Existence continues, regardless of whether you're here in physical form or not. You get to decide what you make of it on all dimensions, in all realities. But the most important place to start is right here, right now. There is no better time to deconstruct every thought and every belief that you have put into place. So dig those thoughts up. Write them down. Every one of them has energy. Every one of them has weight. It has mass. It produces a certain gravity. There is a gravitational effect that circulates around each belief. Do you want that belief to have weight in your life? If you do not, it is simple and easy to dissolve. When you come up with your list, take an item. It could be, I believe I'm overweight. These pants are too small. My mom is mean to me. Anything such as this. I don't like my friends at work. Kanasitayana sitakunayana siatayana sitayana sia. Anything that you don't feel serves you, and anything that you feel does, get them on paper. I have an undying passion for the cinema. That also has weight. Kanasitayana sinasya. If we are open to what is possible for our lives, nothing will have weight. Everything will be allowed to circulate and gravitate towards us when it is the right time, when it will serve us, when it is important for us. Kasitokonayana siatayana sitayana sia. And when it's time to let that person, place, or thing go, just like the idea, it will float out. Because our lives are too big to stay consumed with what we think we are, who we think we are, what's required for us to be in physical form, or any other idea that limits you to a shallow and limited existence. Siatayana konayana siatayana siatayana sia. So as we put into practice an ability to let go of what's been frozen in our minds, our realities will shift and change. And we can insert into place what serves us for the amount of time that it does. Siatayana konayana siatayana sitayana sitakonayana sia. Or we can be open to what reality provides. Siatayana konayana siatayana sitayana sitakonayana siatayana sia. With closed doors, nothing can come through. When they are open, everything and anything can walk in. Siatayana sitakonayana siatayana sitayana sinayana sia. So let's take a belief, for example. I have a hard time with my parents. My mother is exhausting. My father is unwell. Whatever the belief may be, choose one now. Siatayana sitakonayana siatayana siatayana sia. These are constructs of energy that you have decided based on the present moment and potentially the past that lock that frame of existence into continuing. It may be an accurate representation of the past. However, you continue it into the future. Siatayana konayana siatayana sutayana siatayana sutayana sia. Hayana siataya. And before you say, they must change too, the truth is they don't. You are a miracle worker. Each one of us is. We just have to remember how to use the power we have been given. Siatayana, Gunayana, Siatayana, Sunayana, Siatayana, Sutayana, Sia. Gayana, Sutayana, Sumayana, Siatayana, Gunayana, Siatayana, Sutayana, Sia. So when those energies come up, those constructs, such as my mother is exhausting, or I can never find a shirt to wear. Anything that has concluded. The traffic is really busy at 7 a.m. Whatever it might be. Can you let go? Can you breathe new life into your thoughts? Nothing is real. Everything is energy. When you create energy in your mind through a thought or through a pattern of belief, it makes room for nothing else. It has concluded. That's a brick in the wall. That's the type of foundation I'm setting for my life. Siatayana, Sutagonayana, Siatayana, Sutayana, Sutayana, Siatayana, Siam. To release these barriers, all you want to do is breathe. Be present with the thought. Sit with the energy of it. When it presents, ask yourself, is that true? If you say yes, ask if you want it to be. Do you want this to be true? If you do, great. Hang on to that construct. Continue that cycle of expansion. If it's one you're ready to free yourself from, all you do is let go. It's an energetic rhythm with the breath, where you dissolve the energy of the thought or the belief. First, you become aware. Oh, actually, that doesn't serve. I'd prefer that not to be the case. Without judgment, just awareness. You're taking notice of the energy in the field. It softens the resistance. Doesn't create a barrier on top of a barrier. Your awareness is not a judgment. Your awareness is an awareness. It's neutral. It's reached equilibrium. You have no charge. Siatayana Sutagonayana Siatayana Sutaya. Haya. And when you're ready, you take a breath into the diaphragm. Feel the lungs and the chest. And allow yourself to vent that energy back to the universal fields of creation. It all happens in the breath. It all happens with the heart. Just be at peace with it. And let go. Sutta Gunayana, Sunayana, Sunayana, Sumayana, Syatayana, Sutta Gunayana, Sya. You can do this anywhere, at any time. You don't need anything more than your attention to the detail. What's circulating in the thoughts? What's circulating in the mind? Does that serve? If not, Syatayana, Syataya. Pause, take a breath, and let go. Sutta Gunayana, Syatayana, Syatayana, Sya. How does it get any better than this? Oh, I'd like this instead. That's all you need to do. Replace it briefly, replace it quickly, and move on with your day. There's no need to get hung up. Don't let the mind think and analyze your decision and choice. It's a quick inhale or a quick exhale, like turning off the faucet or the tap at the sink. Water's on, water's off. And then you walk away. Kayana, Sutayana, Suna, Sutayana, Sutagunayana, Sya. We can do this for every thought form or belief that arises. It's the power of presence and the power of your breath that will assist you in making changes in alignment with the heart. Syatayana, Gunayana, Syatayana, Sytasya. Now, as you work with this technique, you can take a few days and jot down every thought, every conclusion, every energy stream in the form of beliefs that are anchored or concreted into your reality. As you do this, you'll become aware of who you are in limitation. The awareness is the key. As soon as you're aware, you can make choice. Syatayana, Gunayana, Sutayana, Sutasya. Ayana, Gunayana, Sutayamana, Sutayana, Syatayana, Sutayana. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this episode has sparked the remembrance of who you truly are. If you've enjoyed this space, could you please like, follow, share, and/or subscribe? Your actions here assist me in reaching more people who could use a hand in reweaving their genetic lineage as one. I would be so incredibly thankful. I'd like to thank Life Effects Living Water for supporting me and this episode. Life Effects Living Water droplets revitalize, restructure, remineralize, and clean any fresh water from a multitude of contaminants, including fluoride, heavy metals, chlorine, agricultural and industrial chemicals, and pathogens. They are my best friend when it comes to removing what filtration misses, intracellular hydration, and supporting the ascension process. You can learn more at lifefxlivingwater.com. If you're looking for additional support on your journey, please visit my website, zarajmalstedt.com. I love questions and comments. Please feel free to get in touch. And lastly, if you feel to contribute to the growth of this work through a donation, please see the Patreon link in the show notes attached. Kasyuttakunayana Sumayana Syataya. May you remember who you are as the eternal essence of all that is. May the force of God run through you. May the force of God be you. Sumayana Syataya Syataya.